welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. A big welcome back to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for your presence on my channel and in my life as well. A big thank you to everyone who has reached out on Etsy for a personal reading. I really appreciate you guys putting your faith in me and letting me get to know you on a personal level. So thank you guys so much. If you have found yourself here for the very first time, we want to welcome you. Please join our beautiful soul family here. I have amazing subscribers. We have a beautiful supportive community that we're growing here. So please pull up a chair, get cozy, and we'll have a little chat because we're all friends when we gather here together. Today's pick a card reading, we are looking at who is watching you, who's kind of creeping your social media, who is sort of maybe even obsessively watching you. We have 3 piles to choose from here today. We have pile number 1 here with the Grunge Tarot, and we have the Red Carnelian Palm. We have pile number 2 with the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot with the Hematite. And we have pile number 3 here with the Wizard's Tarot and the piece of blue Aragonite. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. I did want to mention that a big thank you to everyone who has entered and applied their comment to any of my videos this month for your chance to win a free reading. I'm going to be releasing a name probably at the end of today, so be sure to hit your notification bell. Be sure to drop me a comment if you would like to be entered for your chance to win, and be sure to hit your notification bell so that I can not only, you know, respond back to you and let you know that you're the winner, so that, because I've had some issue with the winners reaching back out to me, so I definitely want to be able to get you your reading. So be sure to subscribe, be sure to enter for your chance to win. But for today's topic, again, who is watching you? Who is spying on you? We have 3 piles. My timestamps are below, and I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Hello, pile 1. You were drawn to the Red Carnelian Palm. We'll just put it right there. And you were drawn here to the Grunge Tarot, and this is your reading. Who is spying on you? Who is watching you at this time on social media? Perhaps you were drawn to this deck because of the giant eye in the center of this card. But who is spying or watching pile 1 at this time? This may not be romantic in nature. It just may be somebody perhaps from your past, but we will see. We have the 9 of Wands. Who is spying on pile 1? We have the 5 of Swords. We have the 9 of Pentacles. This is the type of person that is really reliable in their life, like reliable to their friends, reliable to their family. If they're in a commitment, reliable in that sense. But when it comes to this connection, it's like you may not even be a part of this person's life at this time, but you represent things in the past, you represent youth, you represent freedom. And they are holding on to that feeling. They're holding on to the period of life that the two of you knew each other from. They're holding on to sort of how you made them feel. So this is somebody who you may have had a relationship with in the past, and there may still be a spark there a little bit, because this person is holding on to this spark that they have with you. There is an emphasis in this deck, particularly in music in general, but there may be an emphasis to a song or something that may have your name in it. I don't know why that's coming forward. That's not for everyone, but there's an emphasis of like a song that reminds them of you. It may actually have your actual name in that song. Because there's songs that bring them back to like a specific space and time with you. We have the Page of Wands reversed, and we have the 5 of Cups in the reverse position. Back of the deck is the 6 of Cups. Oh, you may have known this person when you were young, when you were growing up. You could have been children together, teenagers together, for instance, an emphasis on teenage years here. This would have been considered a friend of yours. This would have been considered a friend of yours, and it's like we got lost in that friendship and we were kind of too afraid to say, hey, I have feelings here. I feel like you guys hung out in a group of friends together. It wasn't just the 2 of you, but there was, I think, an unwritten rule between the whole friend group that the 2 of you were like thick as thieves, you know, thick as thieves here. And this person was really generous with you in the past. They're a very sweet individual. I feel like they're kind of quiet and shy when it comes to you. Maybe not in general, but when it comes to you, and they have a lot of regret about how they did or did not handle the opportunity with you. They did not take a risk when it comes to you, and they are sort of kicking themselves now because they're still really curious about where that could have led. So this doesn't feel like it was a full-fledged relationship. It feels like you were very good friends with this person. And it almost feels like this predates social media when you were hanging out with this person, if I'm honest, because I don't think that social media, I feel like it was maybe a thing, but it wasn't the way that it is today. So there could be longevity here. And this, I feel like you felt a connection with this person too. So that could give you an indication of who this person is. Like you felt that connection with this person. It wasn't just one-sided here. And I feel like you knew how they felt about you, because I feel like they were really generous with you in the past. Like they were really kind to you. They were really sweet with you. But they kept sort of putting off and delaying telling you how they truly felt, because they almost felt like it wasn't worth it. It's like they felt like you would maybe reject them, or we have the Hierophant. This is someone that you, again, there was an institution involved here, Spirit says. So you went to school with this person, or you worked with this person. And moving into the present energy, this person spies on you without taking action towards you, because I feel like there is conflict there. It's like they recognize that they cannot just approach you out of the blue in that way without creating some sort of conflict for you or for them. They're emphasizing themselves, because there's this feeling that this person has about, I've already kind of had my shot there. I've had my shot and there's nothing I can really do about it. But they're really sad about it. They feel like they miss their best friend. It's like set aside the fact that they perhaps wanted you in a different level, perhaps really liked you romantically. They're saying that they miss their friend. And they wonder, there could have been a conflict for someone. This is not for everyone, but I feel like there could have been a conflict because they're just talking about a broken bridge and wondering if that bridge is broken permanently. They are saying that if you met in an institution, it is now other foundations of institutions that they've entered into willingly that could impede communication. So that's why they keep their distance and they just watch you. The Justice is speaking about their practical position at this point. So they may have entered into a job that really keeps all of their time, a relationship that keeps all of their time. But there's such a beautiful nostalgia surrounding you with this person, if I'm honest. They listen to old music to connect to you. Again, there's a song or specific songs that really bring them back to a time and place when it comes to you. And they've grown. They're no longer the child that you knew. And it's like you don't know this new version of them. You don't know this new version. But it's almost like they want to make amends too. It's like they want to apologize for not speaking up or not, not pushing past their own fears to express themselves to you. And to say that this person wouldn't pursue if given the opportunity, if a perfect world opened up, but they would for sure go for it again. They keep claiming because there's still a deep thirst. And if we look at the Emperor, this person has had many experiences that has changed them. So they're like, I'm not the same person as I was, but you influenced me along this whole path. And they want to let you know that. There is an expression here of like, I used to be a knight when we were together or when we knew each other, and now I'm not that knight anymore. There's a fatherhood energy coming through from this person. Here's the Nine of Swords, and there is the Five of Pentacles, and that's the reason why this person truly spies on you. There's the Page of Wands, because they're curious about you. They are kicking themselves too, and they're really kind of stuck in this rumination of thoughts about the separation. So the separation is still on their mind, despite the fact that they've had lots of time to get used to it. So they are kind of torturing themselves a little bit because they're very, very curious, even though some of the truths that they see online sting, especially if you've moved into another commitment, if you are posting pictures with other people, that gets them jealous, that gets them feeling worried and anxious. It's like they're torturing themselves with the truth of your current life at this time. It could be a Taurus. We have really strong emphasis here on Taurus, on Libra as well. Who is spying and watching? Pile 1, please. We have here, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from other people. And I feel like this is a really supportive person. They were really a good friend to you in the past too. but it's like they needed a little help. It's like they needed a little bit of encouragement to step forward with their truth when it comes to how they feel. It says, your love life is being affected by children, and it's time to take back control of your life. Now this, again, I feel like there's an emphasis on children today, but there's also an emphasis on the two of you growing up and coming into your awareness together as well. And this is somebody who does definitely put you in a really special sort of category of people. You're very special to this person, and that's why they keep sort of focusing on you. It is a little bit limiting to them because it does monopolize their focus and their current responsibilities, and it's hard emotionally for them to feel detached from you in the way that they are. We have here past life relationship. You've known this person from the past. And this could even indicate past life beyond this lifetime, because you may have found that there was an instantaneous attraction with this person. Who is spying on pile number 1, please? We have here fly, a period of ill health and depression. It's like wishing that they could be a fly on the wall of your circumstance here. And it says deep friendship with someone of the same sex. It doesn't have to be someone of the same sex, but that could resonate with you. And the teapot is somebody who is in rest. You know, it reminds me of the fours, of taking a pause, of resting, of being separated, and really wishing that they could sit with you and hear about how you've grown, hear about where your life has taken you. Deep friendship here, really strong connection. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise, and horse, short journey. Back of the deck is the spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. To be honest with you, it doesn't feel like it took them very long to have any sort of epiphany about you. I feel like it was there all along. There is a very strong influence here of fatherhood or children coming through too. So it doesn't have to be fatherhood. Example, it can be motherhood as well, but there's an emphasis on children, and that could be why they feel like they have to maintain that watcher position. Let's take a look and see what sort of thoughts are going through this person's mind. What sort of thoughts are they having when they are watching and spying on pile 1 on social media? I'm just starting to understand the connection, but I feel like it says short journey. And this horse, I always think about freedom and having a choice. It's like, it's not about a choice. There's no competition here. They're like, I will always love you. There's a really strong sense of connection here that this person, from this person's perspective. I wish that things could be different. I cannot stop thinking about you. And a lot of that is being fueled by themselves. Like they're sort of creating this loop for themselves by consistently looking at your online content, torturing themselves with thoughts of you. It was my fault, but I may have blamed you in the past. So they went through a period of like frustrating energy where they were blaming you for the way that things turned out. But the truth is that the reason why they did that was because the truth lies is that they wanted you. They wanted you more than just the capacity of friendship. But they say we need to let each other go. And I left you before you could leave me, but it's reversed. That may not be the case in your situation, pile 1. But there is this necessity of like, I am not available, or I've made my bed and I have to lie in it now. I have a lot of responsibilities, but that doesn't stop them from spying, and it doesn't stop them from wanting you, pile 1. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Accounts, can you tell me about this person on pile 1? Will they reach out to pile 1, or will they continue to watch? Whoopsie. We have the 5 of Pentacles coming out, the Ace of Pentacles reversed, the 6 of Wands. I don't feel like this person will reach out. I feel like they do have a lot of responsibilities on their plate right now, and they may be privy because they are watching you to everything that you have going on in your life too. And so they're too stressed out and too worried to truly take that shot towards you because they feel like it's pretty risky. And so they're just continue to feel the way that they feel, to be honest. They're going to continue to hold you at this beautiful standard. They're going to continue to think highly of you. And they're going to continue to wear masks when it comes to how they truly feel about this connection. So they may not take action, but they're going to continue to watch you. Minnie Mouse. Children. Oh, and there's also the bicycle and the T-Rex. Oh, you guys were just kids when this all started. We have the Minnie Mouse. We have so much nostalgia wrapped up with the T-Rex here. And I always think about the T-Rex with this little short arms. It's like they just can't, so close, but so far away from getting what I want. It's like I just couldn't grab you. We have the tooth. When I see a tooth like that, I think about the fear of loss and pain associated with loss. We also have the little bicycle. So they are really lamenting the decisions they made in childhood or in youth. The letters B, Z, and K. And we have cool. They may have acted cool and collected when it comes to you. And there's this emphasis on like hanging out together and acting really, really cool and collected. But the truth is that they were red hot for you. We have the horse, always having a choice. And there's a sense of being pulled in different directions, and they feel helpless from taking action because they may have invested in a family unit at this time or some other practical investment. All right, pile one, that's what I have for you today. Hope that it resonates with you. And if it did, I would love to hear your story in the comments section below, and I would love for you to subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and drop me a comment so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. I draw multiple names every month, so be sure to hit your notification bell so that if you're chosen, I'll be able to reach out to you and we'll be able to get the ball rolling. You can also check out my Instagram link below and my link for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope that you come back and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the Hematite, Tumbled Stone, or to the Sante Morte Book of the Dead Tarot, and this is your reading. Who is watching or spying on you on social media? What are some of their thoughts? So who is watching and spying on pile number 2, please? Woo! 5 of Swords, starting out your reading. So you may have had a conflict with this person in the past, potentially, but we will see what else comes out first before we speculate too much. We have the 3 of Wands. There's this sense of having a bone to pick with you. It's like having a truth that they want to get to the surface, this person. And we have the 6 of Cups. There's this emphasis on getting something off of their chest, and it feels like a mutual energy here, but it's like they're worried if they come forward and to express themselves to you that it could create havoc for both of you in some type of way. You may consider this person a friend, and they may be somebody from your past potentially with that 6 of Cups energy. We have the Magician, and we have the 9 of Swords. Now, the Magician is ruling all of the elements here, and so there's a essence of authority over this situation. And you can see in the crystal ball, it's all cloudy, and so there's also forget-me-nots here. So this is somebody who's worried that you could forget them, worried that you don't hold the same nostalgia over the connection as they do. So they could be somebody from your past, and you may have grown up with them with the 6 of Cups energy. But I am getting multiple energies that is coming through. So for some, this may be a connection from the past where it's a friendship that wishes to return. But for others, this could be a work connection. Like this could be a friendship within the work connection, and this person is actually spying on you and watching your social media at this time. Because there's this emphasis on position with the Justice energy, and you can see in the Justice it's holding this great big scythe, because this person, in a perfect world, there could be more here. There could be rebirth, there could be new beginnings, but it could come at the cost of a position or a connection, for instance. It could just come at a cost, which is why they're really concerned about the conflict it would cause if they actually take advantage of everything they're looking at, and really, because they're feeling the pressure to reach out to you. And they're being inspired by all of the watchful energy that they are consistently fueling in your direction, because the 9 of Swords, it's not just one, it's not a one-off with the 9 of Swords. It's not somebody who just checks in on you once a year. This is consistency. This is somebody who's created a pattern of this. So it's almost like they're in this pattern of watching you. And which means that they've also kind of gone the full gamut of going through the expectations, going through the consequences of their actions if they were to reach out to you. And it's like they don't want to wreak havoc for you either, because they're first of all, they're prioritizing themselves over here, but then as we trickle down the line, then they're like, well, I don't want to create havoc for you either. is spying or watching pile 2, please? We have the Page of Wands. And the reason why this person is spying on you is because they're thirsty for you. They are very curious about you. It's like they are trying to maintain a certain amount of poise and position. It's like they try to wear masks when it comes to you, but you have an influence on them. 3 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles. And there's sort of a discrepancy between this person's practical realm and their desires towards you. They're very possessive over you. They could be a Taurus energy. We have very strong Taurus energy here. But there could be third party for you or for this person. Yeah, because they're worried about something. There's the Tower and there's the Knight of Pentacles. And here's the 6 of Cups again. So they do think about reuniting with you. Again, if there's someone from your past, if they are in your life currently within the work realm, because there's a very heavy emphasis on that too, they do think about sort of bringing their truth to the surface and revealing something to you. It's like they want to be generous with you and let you know how they feel, but they don't want to create havoc for you or for themselves. And this could be something very mutual. You guys could have very similar sort of practical paths right now. Because it's like they're stubborn and they're saying, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to step forward until they say something, until they step forward. Very stubborn energy. There's the King of Pentacles and there's the 2 of Cups. So not only can this person perhaps be in a relationship, but they want to be in a relationship with you. So even if they are in a relationship, they still want to be in a relationship potentially with you at this time, because they're acknowledging the disappointment that they're feeling in their current investments. They're also emphasizing that they can't come forward until they have a sure sign from you that you would want that as well. This Queen of Swords, you may have even perhaps blocked this person in the past. Potentially that's not for everyone, but there's a sense of like having to hold firm boundaries with this Queen of Swords for now, because the Temperance energy is about somebody who does want to come and fuel their curiosity and mix together, but there's an acknowledgement that they can't do that at this time. Who is spying on pile 2? Who is watching pile 2 social media? Triumph over obstacles, the Eagle. Whoops, we've got lots going on here. We have here the Yoke, feeling tied down and frustrated. We have man dealing into a relationship with a man. You can see that the, first of all, the bow in his hair is emphasizing how highly thought of you are. And I feel like you think highly of this person as well. And there's this sense of like speckled gray in their hair. So there's a sense of maturity about this person. We have Feather, someone you know is undependable and sincere. It came out reversed. And we have Target, a goal-oriented person. Now, this person could be somebody who does hold a managerial position or some sort of position of authority within the work realm, if there is the work realm connection. And even if this is somebody from the past, if you knew them when you were children or teenagers, for instance, they have evolved into a position of authority. So a position of especially in the work realm, they really seem to have conquered the work realm. The King of Pentacles can also be at the helm of a family unit as well. And they feel like they've hit the mark in a lot of different areas of their life. And this is like one of the areas where they haven't accomplished what they really set out to accomplish. Who is spying and watching? Pile number 2. We have here reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. This came out in pile 1 as well. So somebody from your past energy. And again, there's been a huge evolution here from the Page to the Emperor. So this is someone who was very curious about you in the past and wanted to feed that curiosity, but was too afraid of rejection from you in the past. We have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help to bring you closer together. And back of the deck says romantic feelings. The feelings are real and they're worth exploring. And that seems to be a truth that has hit this person after the fact. It's like it was easy to distract themselves for a time on their journey as they built up whatever foundation they're sitting in at this moment, whether it be job, career, family. They've had enough distractions up into a point, and then the truth of the connection started to come through. And they do apply that soulmate energy. We've seen the Two of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Emperor here. This divine masculine energy thinks that there's something very special about your connection, which is why they can't seem to shake their feelings for you. And they feel frustrated in their environment and heartbroken that they can't take action towards you at this time. We have here time for a beginner's mind, the porcupine. And we also have deer spirit, bring a gentle touch, number 18. Now the deer, it has speckles all over its back, which is a symbol of youth and leaping into new adventures, but there was a fear of that. So this person did not take action towards you in the past, other than perhaps friendship or some sort of connection in that way. The porcupine spirit, time for a beginner's mind, there's a sense of guarded energy in the porcupine. You know, it can walk around unbothered because it knows it has support on its back. It knows it has protection available to it at all times. And this person, they want to be able to communicate with you. They would love to have a new beginning. They perhaps aren't prepared for that in this moment, though. That's why the Temperance is here. That's why they're acknowledging they can't take action at this time, because they say that they have to guard against that, because they have a lot of burdens that they are carrying on their back at this time. We have trust in the magic on the back of the deck. And this is someone who wants to speak and wants to, you know, the raven, the white raven wants to bring about clarity in their speech, wants to bring about the truth of how they truly feel, because they feel like they left you in confusion in the past. And they also feel like there's something really, really special about the connection itself. Soulmate energy with the 66 and the Six of Cups. Let's take a look at some message cards to see what sort of thoughts go through their mind as they spy and watch on pile number 2, please. What are they thinking about as they watch and spy on pile number 2? It's like they protected themselves against more in the past, and they realized that that was just doing themselves a disservice. You have so many choices and options. Six of Pentacles, karmic relationships, and feeling like it was one-sided in the past. They just wish that things were different here in this connection at this time. They are acknowledging that they can't be honest about their feelings for you. They do think and fantasize about a physical relationship with you. And there's this emphasis on you kind of saying yes or no to that. It's like you held all of the balls in that court, but they do think about stepping outside of their comfort zone. They do think about stepping outside of whatever attachments they have in order to be reckless towards you. They're very sorry for any sort of confusion that they left you in, or any sort of closure issues that you may have been left with in this situation. And then they say, I'm coming, trust. Back of the deck says, I am absolutely in love with you. The Six of Cups reversed, and we have sex with you again. I will say the Page of Wands here, supporting the Five of Swords, there's a lot of conflict because they feel like this person that's spying on you feels like there was so much potential for you guys to explore in the past, and they're really in the past, and they're really kicking themselves because they never got the opportunity to explore you in a physical sense. So that's really on their mind. They would love to have reunions with you, but they don't know if it's realistic at this time. And so there could be intentions here to want to communicate with you at some point, but they just don't feel like they can do that at this time. Is spying on, oops, we have 3 coming out here. Back of the deck says jump in. Andromeda energy, adventure, say yes to change. And I feel like that was the benchmark of their failure. They wish that they could jump in now, but it's too risky, and perhaps because of third-party situations. But they also are kicking themselves for not taking shots in the past here. We have here surrender to sweetness, double mission, and the 7 stars sisters, birth and creations, expression. All of these came out in the reverse position. And so I feel like it's profound, especially with the 7 star sisters. It's about exploring their options and about their options to express something to you, to communicate with you. But there could be delays in that because they feel stuck in a certain situation that doesn't allow movement at this time. And what they wish to do is surrender to the sweetness here, but they kind of are stuck in a I don't want to say they're because they're not stuck, you know, physically they're not stuck, but they are in a bit of a victim mentality when it comes to their position because they feel like they can't come forward at this time. And then we have double mission, light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. And so this could be a soulmate connection, because at some point, you know, the soulmate connection becomes a helper. It becomes a helping hand for us to take the leaps of faith. It inspires us to take leaps of faith. But at some point during that soulmate connection, some of that lesson might shift. Some of the purpose of that connection may shift. And now there seems to be a lot of awareness, and the lesson comes full circle when we realize we didn't shoot a shot. We still get the lesson, regardless whether we leap or not. It's just that the lesson and the dynamics of that lesson shift a little bit. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. Will this person take action towards pile 2, or will they continue watching? They claim to be coming in the future, but that may be a long ways off. There's patience required of us when we have the Temperance present. We have the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Swords reversed. This person would love to jump in now. They really want to return to you. There's an emphasis on that. An emphasis on trying to right wrongs, gain forgiveness from you. And because they feel like they may have hurt your heart in some way with their action or their inaction, they're not sure if you're still invested at this moment. And there's also an emphasis on motherhood. So they may be privy, because they've been watching you, that you are a parent at this time, and they don't want to create that upheaval. You can see the Seven of Pentacles. It's like somebody who's invested in something for a long period of time, and that investment would have to be pulled out or kind of pulled by the roots, which is why they are delaying or not taking action at this time. I feel like they want to, and they're kind of being pushed in one direction over the other. It's like they want to act now, but they know that now is not the time to act. But they do have intentions to communicate with you eventually, so I would not be surprised if ultimately they did. We have the chain here, a chain of events that will affect our life. Also, if they take action, for instance, and bring their truth to the surface, there's an emphasis on motherhood or children with the little baby carriage. The chain can also represent Capricorn energy and attachment. We have the Ace of Pentacles. They are thinking about communicating with you, this person, but there is a delay in that revelation. They understand that that's important. There's a hospital nursing connection with the nursing cap potentially. We also have here the Red Cross, and we have the Seven of Wands, which is talking about challenges and obstacles towards reunions that they feel like are insurmountable in this moment, but they're not. It's just going to take determination. And there's an emphasis on the friendship rune here. It's protection. They have this protection over the connection, and we have the Six of Cups here, which does indicate a permanent amount of love towards you, and really wearing rose-colored glasses when it comes to you too, pile 2. All right, pile number 2, that's what I have for you today. Hope that it resonates with you. If it did, please drop your comment below in the comments section, and subscribe to the channel so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you have already dropped your comment below, because I will be drawing a name today. So be sure to hit your notification bell. You can also check out my account for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to. But I hope you come back and visit me on another visit at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You were drawn to the Blue Aragonite or to the Wizard's Tarot, and this is your reading. Who is spying and watching you on social media? What are some of the thoughts that they're having about you? We have the Four of Swords. We have the World as well. You can see in this card with the World that the world has been completely severed. So this could be in separation because the Four of Swords is about retreat energy. So you may not be in contact with this person, but they are watching you online. It's almost a bit of an addiction, to be honest. We have the Eight of Cups. And this is somebody who thought it would be a lot easier to walk away from you than it actually was. So they may have walked away. This could be an ex potentially, or somebody that was in your past, because they felt like it was so much, they thought it would be a lot easier to heal after you walked away, or after they walked away from you, for instance. We have the Moon, Scorpio, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Back of the deck is the Tower, And we have the Four of Cups. And look at this Four of Cups. It's like the eyes were taped closed, and then there's those angry skulls that ripped open the eyeballs. It's like there's a sense of like I tried to close my eyes to the truth, and it's like the truth hit me like a ton of bricks. It was like an epiphany after the fact. After I walked away, it hit me. It's like I did not follow my intuition. I did not listen to my good sense, and I walked away. And so this could be somebody that you dated in the past, for instance. You may sort of be happily in new foundations because they're watching you and they're seeing a new foundation being built. And there's a sense of them feeling like a complete idiot because they're like, that could have been me. That's what they keep thinking. That could have been me. And I mean, it's almost to the point, if you look at the tower here, look at all the eyes all over the tower. So there's this feeling of like them, this is not just, again, this is kind of similar to pile 2, but this is more extreme for you, pile 3, because there's a feeling of like torturing themselves with the helplessness. It's like it's like they're looking at you online, they're watching you online, and it's like they're helpless to create change, and they know it. It's like, I know that I did permanent damage here. I know it's too late for me, because they want to reach out to you, but they're afraid that you won't want them to reach out to you at this time. We have the Strength. And I do feel like this person, you can see on the Strength card, there's a little tiny mouse on top of the panda, and he's wielding a little tiny sword. And there's this sense of like, I want to bring clarity. I want to bring my truth, and the fact that I've had this epiphany about you to you. I want to tell you that I know where I went wrong and that I was wrong. They want to tell you that they were wrong, but they're too scared to. There's a lot of intimidation and timid energy with the mouse. We have the Devil. Three of Pentacles and the Temperance. And this person seems to be because they've been watching you so keenly, they know that you perhaps have moved into something new, or whatever they viewed online has given the impression that you're starting a new foundation, that you've moved on, that you're not stuck in the same way that they are. If this was a codependent energy, if they felt like both of you were in the same boat when you separated, they think that you've been successful in being able to move forward. And I just heard, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. That's what I just heard. We have the Emperor here, Taurus energy, Capricorn energy, and Leo energy as well with Scorpio. And we have the Ten of Wands. Back of the deck is the Magician. And we have the King of Swords. And there's the Moon again. Oh, this person has definitely had a change of heart from the last time that they saw you. So they feel like they're in separation, this person that's watching you. And they know that they can't come towards you. They feel like you have moved on into something else, that you've moved on into a different dynamic because of what they've seen online. And they do think about sort of reaching out to you. They have considered it, they've thought about it, but you can see that this panda is sitting on a limb. It's like he's seated on the limb. He has to kind of leap off and take a leap of faith off of that limb in order to actually execute the change, and they're too afraid to. They're too afraid to perhaps face you. They're too afraid of the rejection that they're confident they feel like they would receive from you. Whether that's true or not, that's the confidence that they feel, because they're operating by their own version of truth at this point. Very strong Libra energy, Aquarius or Gemini as well, but a strong emphasis on Libra with the King of Swords. And there's this sense of like, I've had my aha moment. You can see that the King of Swords, he is seated with his truth, with his sword. His clouds are not clouding his judgment anymore. He knows where he went wrong. And there's this feeling of like, I didn't see what was sitting right in front of me. I treated you like you were an option, or I treated you like I didn't care. And I didn't see what was sitting right in front of me when it was sitting in front of me. And so they are kicking themselves, this person. They're still very much attached to you. They don't really know how to shake that attachment at this time. And there's a sense of this epiphany that they've had about you. It's like there's almost a bittersweet attachment to it. It's like there's a feeling of like, I'm so glad that I finally came to my senses, but now it's such a struggle because I can't do anything about it. We have here, take care, enemies are working against you. It's reversed. And I feel like, it's a bat, which it goes off of sonar and vibration. In this case, it's reversed because I feel like they do have foresight. They do see things more logically than they used to. We have here wreath because now they're experiencing such sorrow over this loss. And there's an emphasis in the present moment about wanting to speak with you and wanting to clear the air, but they know that they can't at this time. We have here affairs with your family, the tree of life, and crown, honor and respect will come to you. And so they are speaking about your position at this time, whether you're the divine feminine or the divine masculine, doesn't really matter. It's all about energy. But they're saying that you appear to have moved into a new solid foundation. This could include a family for some, so take that as it resonates. You just, whatever you're showcasing online, you're portraying way more emotional satisfaction than they're experiencing in the present. And I know that, you know, online we present what we want to present, you know. We don't often present the negative sides of things. So they're going off of their assumptions. We have happiness. It was coming in reverse. And this is like the sun energy of wanting to bring clarity to a situation. But it's like I need help, in need of help, assistance, and guidance. Because temptation will test you, and you may be the temptation for this person as well, but they don't want to create havoc in your life at this time, to bring forward their truth about how they truly feel. Who is watching pile 3s? We have release your ex. So this could be someone, again, that you did date. The time has come to clear your energy. It's like they walked away from you, but now they can't clear you out emotionally. They may have even taken the initiative to walk away from you, and yet that emotional attachment they still can't seem to shake. We have your past life relationship. You've known this person from the past, and you may have had an actual relationship with them. And we do have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking will bring you romance, but it's reversed. So this person does not feel very optimistic about their chances moving forward towards with you. Oops. This white raven spirit has come out in at least 2 piles today. It says trust in the magic, number 66. And the white raven is someone who wants to go out on a limb to communicate something of clarity, to make sure that you understand how they feel today. It's like they want to make sure this person is anxious to make sure you see things from their perspective so that you don't walk away feeling like you weren't important. You have here cat spirit, claim your independence, number 13. This is somebody who would love to have a rebirth, but there's an essence of like waiting until you are in an independent stage and you're no longer embodied in some sort of commitment. Back of the deck says stag spirit, take the lead, and it came out in the reverse because they don't have the strength to take action towards you at this time. Let's get some message cards from this person and see what sort of thoughts they're having about you, pile 3. What sort of thoughts and feelings does this person who is spying on pile number 3 have towards their person? Whoops. I've been sending you messages in the 5D. So trying to send you thought shapes and soul messages. I've been dreaming about you. And I know that you can't trust me or you don't trust me, and I want to change that. So they feel like they may have left you with a pretty sour taste in your mouth when it came to them. I've thought about having a family with you. It's like they've fantasized about being in the position that they may find you in today. It says, don't focus on who wants me, I want you. I don't get the overwhelming feeling that this person is 100% attached, though. I feel like they think you are attached. This could be reversed as well. I do talk about us. And just know that I'm obsessed with you. So this is not just, it's not just them kind of checking in on you. There's an obsessive energy because they say that they love you. And this is a truth that they feel like has come forward sort of after the fact. I'm always reminded of you. They do remind themselves of you, though, I will say. I'm not blind to all these signs. I see them. Back of the deck says, I've been focused on money because I'm trying to build for myself. So they do try to distract themselves in the work realm. And they say that in the past they were subliminal with how they felt about you. So they may have sort of really treated you Again, they feel like they left you with a really poor impression. This person feels like you walked away from the connection with a really poor impression of them. Who is spying on pile number 3? We have here, cracked open, surrender to the alchemy of life, and all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, and turn your gaze within. Back of the deck is baby steps. Follow your intuition before it makes sense, and action, but it's reversed. They don't feel like they're going to be taking action. We're going to look at that in the bowl today to see if they're going to take action towards you, this person that's watching you. But in this moment, they feel really low. I will say that. It says cracked open, surrender to the alchemy of life. They've hit rock bottom when it comes to the revelations about what they've lost with you. They're hoping that ultimately all paths will lead to you, or that there'll be some sort of clarity or movement, but they're feeling kind of low. They don't feel a lot of expectations, and they're feeling a lot of isolation and loneliness, because I feel like they're comparing their situation with what they're seeing online with you. And whatever you're projecting online is very confident, it's very abundant, and that's making them realize what they're missing out on when it comes to being involved in your experience and in your life at this time. And it does feel like it's an ex or someone that has had some sort of romantic access to you from the past, pile 3. Let's get a charm bowl and let's see if this person will take action. Will they reach out and make themselves known to pile number 3, please? In the bowl today, we have the Death reversed, the 8 of Cups, or 8 of Pentacles reversed, and the 3 of Wands. Now, when the Death is reversed, it's really stuck energy. It's inertia. We can't move forward from that. It's hard, you know. We can't move past the Death energy, especially when the 8 of Pentacles is reversed. It means we're not going to put the effort in that's required to make that turn around and to expand the connection. So this person in this present moment does not have intentions on reaching out to you. If they perceive something changing in your position, they may decide at some point in the future to reach out at that time. But at this present moment, they don't have intentions of making themselves known here. They don't know that if there's any going to be reward if they put that effort in, if the effort is worth the reward. We have you. We have beauty. We have the heartbreak here. I think about the 3 of Swords with the heartbreak. So a lot of disappointment. There could be other people involved at this point, perhaps not in the past. This is somebody who can't transition into peace. They feel like they need your help to transition into peace. The hot air balloon is reversed. And I think of the 6 of Swords. And so there's an emphasis on raising our awareness to a higher perspective to see the spiritual truth. And they feel like they've done that, but they can't seem to move forward. We have the Cheshire Cat. I think about somebody with a great smile. I also think about someone who lacked direction in the past and maybe perhaps left us really confused. We have the White Starfish, someone who's healed and seen things more clearly. Taurus energy. Live, laugh, and love. And we have Sagittarius with the Gecko, and there's a sense of protection over this connection. So this person is really keeping the connection inside of their heart alive because they won't stop watching you online. You are the focus. All right, pile 3, that's what I have for you today. Hope that it resonates with you. If it did, I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit your notification bell and drop your comment below so that I can enter you in for a chance to win a free reading with me. You can also check out my other links below for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram. But I hope that you come back here and visit me on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.